Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Selfish. It's not a Sunday, I was gonna say Happy Selfish Sunday, it's Saturday. Happy Selfish Saturday. If you're watching the YouTube version, we're about to make the most delicious iced coffee ever. If you're not, then you can just listen along. I will be talking anyways. A couple updates, I guess, before we get started. So, actually, I brought all the ingredients here, so don't even worry. This is already melting because it took me so long to get ready. Wait. Okay. Mason jar with ice. Gonna be adding some Starbucks cold brew that I got this morning. I don't really know why. I was just already on a walk and I was like, oh, this could be nice if I do this because then I can do the DIY moment. I obviously haven't posted in a long time, you guys. The podcast has been on pause. It's been a pause cast. And this is because school started, it got really busy really quick. And I sort of just fell out of the routine of it, which makes me so sad because I love doing this. I love sitting down every week and then doing this video and editing and putting it up. And you guys have been sending me such sweet messages and posting the podcast on your story. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. This is for you. I'm just talking about the most random things and hoping that you guys get something out of it, learning from either my mistakes or things I've learned or just thoughts I have. I literally don't even know. But oh yeah, you best believe I have the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte creamer, non-dairy, and it's delicious. And I put way too much by. Okay. Actually, maybe I should go put the ingredients in the fridge, eh? Okay, I'm back and look at this coffee. If you're on the YouTube visuals. Oh wow. So good. Oh, so good. Something just tastes better about it when I don't have to make the coffee because I use instant coffee. Oh, it's so good. What was I saying? Oh my gosh, you guys. Also, yeah, I have a cake pop. Yeah, I have a birthday cake pop. I also had a chocolate one, but I ate already. Okay, let's give this a go. So good. Stuck to the roof of my mouth though. I guess, okay, before we get into it, because I have a story that, just a story about last night that I want to start off this video. It's whatever, it's lame, but it's just so on brand for this episode, but whatever. So school started. School's going really well, amazing, really good. I'm only taking 3 classes and it's amazing. I'm so excited to get started on school-themed podcast episodes. I feel that's gonna be so fun. But basically, I'm doing 3 classes. I'm doing oceanography. We have, oh good, no, yeah, I'm doing so good. I don't remember the other 2 classes. Environmental science, and we have Animals in Society, which is about animal welfare and stuff like that. It's so cool. And 3 of my friends, Carly, Key, and Taylor, are in it. So it's so fun. Okay. Oh, and my friend Tanya. Literally, the class is really good. School's amazing. I love that. I've been vlogging school a lot. I have so many that I need to actually catch up on for YouTube. It's bizarre. And that's why, just everything is being postponed. And I need to get on it. Especially before September ends. Oh my gosh, this is another update. Tomorrow's my birthday, so that's why this episode is going up on Saturday, because I have a special birthday episode coming tomorrow on the Sunday. It's gonna be really exciting. It's gonna be 22 things I learned in 22 years, because it's gonna be my 22nd birthday. And so that's gonna go up, and I'm really excited about that. I just feel the concept's cool. Obviously it's been done before, everyone does it. What else? I just feel I've been so motivated and inspired recently. I've been loving watching podcasts recently. You know, Tana Mojo and Brooke's podcast canceled. It's so good. I just love the way they talk, and it makes me want a co-host so badly, because I just feel I would be able to riff off someone else, and it would just be really good, in terms of also hearing their ideas about some of the topics I talk about on here. Maybe in the future, you guys, you know, these first 8 episodes that I have locked in are really just setting the foundation of Selfish and what I want it to be and everything. And I feel it makes sense, especially for this podcast, for them to be solo episodes, because it's Selfish. And so concept wise, I want to stay true to that for now, but we'll see. We'll see, guys, we'll see how this goes. Those are the major updates. Yesterday we went to homecoming, my friends and I. And so this is kind of gonna lead into the story that I want to tell you about last night. So it's not even really a story. Basically, okay, we go to homecoming, whatever. I wore the wrong freaking team colors to homecoming. You're supposed to wear blue, I could have worn this and been fine, guys. But I wore this green crew neck that's really cute, and it says UBC, my school, obviously. And so I was oh, this is perfect. and like it's not basic. Like, you know, I was literally like, it's so embarrassing. I was like, no, like if I do like the blue, like it's gonna be basic, like the green's so cool, whatever. This is my lesson to never come for being basic ever again. Turns out green and yellow, there was also some yellow on the crew neck, were the other team's colors. So the whole game, like, I'm sitting there looking like I'm, like, rooting for the other team. And obviously, because that's the away team, like, there's no one else wearing that except for the freaking players. And it was just very unfortunate and really, like, embarrassing, but whatever. I'm over it now. Like, I think it's really funny, whatever. Anyway, so that happens. And that honestly, like, mentally drained me because I was, like, just so anxious the entire game. Like, as much as I'm, like, I don't really give, like, a fuck, it still was, like, really? Like, that just would happen to me. Anyways. So then I posted like a TikTok about it and then used Olivia Rodrigo's song like Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl, which is basically about just every time you step outside you embarrass yourself and stuff. And just being awkward and stuff, and I just thought it fit perfectly. So that happens. I'm like a little mentally drained because that's, you know, a bit like of a moment and kind of traumatic and a horror story. And originally I was supposed to go out with my friends. We were gonna go downtown and like just like have a fun night out. I ended up canceling. And yeah, it was met with some disdain and people were not happy with me because this is unfortunately my classic. It is one of my toxic traits is I flake on going out a lot of the time. Not really anymore. Like this was actually like one of the first times I've done it in like a couple months, but it's one of my toxic traits, except it's not toxic because it's okay that I'm being selfish. Do you like how I got the episode title in there? It's okay that I didn't want to go out. It's okay that I canceled because I'm allowed to change my mind because it's my life. Like, if I don't want to go, then I don't have to go. Obviously, like, I feel bad because it's still like, oh, I made these plans. But it's such a plan, like, going out, like, it's such a thing where it's okay if I miss out. It's not like, maybe, like, this is my problem, but I don't treat it as, like, formal plans. Whereas, like, if we're going, like, to a picnic or, like, going to the pumpkin patch, like that is a true real plan. And if I were to flake on that, like I'm awful for that. Like I still have valid reason and like you can still totally do that in that situation and like that would still be okay because like again, like it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to put yourself first in like any situation, but I just feel like that's like more severe. Yeah, so I didn't end up going and it is one of the best decisions I've made. Like it is always such a good decision because I know my limits. I know that like if I'm tired, like I wouldn't have a fun time anyway. My friends caught me up anyways on what happened. I don't know, I don't feel like I missed out on much. Like I'm just so not a go out legend all the time. I had a little bit of an era and I am excited. Like Halloween weekend, this is literally next month. Oh my gosh, you guys, this reminds me though. I am fully doing Spooktober. Bye. Like I'm doing a new set. Like I'm doing like a fun and festive like Halloween spooky set for you guys because I love Halloween and I feel like I never get into the holiday spirit, and this is one of my like goals for this year is to like really get into the vibe for it. Like basically what happens is school just overtakes it and I'm never in the mood except for like 3 days, and then it's only at like the end of the month because it's like, oh, Halloween's like really late, and so that's it. And then as soon as November hits, like Halloween's done, you can't talk about it anymore. But this year, like at October 1st, I'm starting the Halloween game. Like it is, we're spookifying, and then I'm also going to be doing the same for like Christmas season because that always gets cut so short, like, or at least like it starts really late for me because final season goes like well into December. Not this year, you guys. Like this year I'm making sure that doesn't happen. Actually, it like literally will be so easy to make sure it doesn't happen because I only have one final this final season. That was such like, how did I get there? Okay, so I was talking about that and then, oh yeah, so like, well, I'll go out then and I'm excited to go out then. Whatever. Moral of the story is I had a blast not going and putting myself first and knowing that I needed like a self-care night and playing video games and like eating snacks and like watching YouTube and stuff instead of going out. And that's okay. A lot of the times it's so easy, like at the forefront of your brain to think like, oh my gosh, if I make this decision, then I'm disappointing someone. The big lesson that like I've learned, it's better to disappoint someone else than sacrifice your own like well-being or your peace. You know what I mean? And this is so like situation based because there are situations where it's not that simple. Obviously, like anytime I'm talking about anything, like it's all situation based because things change and circumstances change and the same logic doesn't apply to every situation. Like that just doesn't make any sense. I'm going back for this cake pop. It is so good. Maybe I do like the birthday cake one more than the chocolate. No. Oh, also, if the background looks a bit different, it's because I moved my room around. Like, I switched things up in my bedroom. And so it was actually really difficult to do because my bed is so fucking heavy. I got it done. And so, like, this, I think, is flipped. And then I have, like, my bedside table's here. And then you can kind of see the bed in the mirror. That tapestry, like, I just feel like has to go. Because, like, in the reflection, it just doesn't work. Oh my gosh, bye. I can use the reflection to put something like Halloween-y vibes. Like, if I have, like, cobwebs or, like, I'm gonna get good. Okay, it's gonna be good. Stop. If you have any ideas also for fall/Halloween decor, let me know. Preferably things that, like, even into, like, a bit of November, I can keep up, like, the fall vibes. The next thing I wanted to talk about is convincing yourself you deserve better in life. And what I mean by deserving better, I mean, like, opening your eyes sort of, like, to your, like, full potential and to the possibility and making decisions for you and being selfish and all that. And I think if you want something that's really going to convince you that you deserve the best in life and you deserve to put yourself first, watching movies that have that as one of their prominent themes is going to do wonders. Now, as an example for this, I am going to shamelessly be using one of my favorite movies ever. My favorite movie ever, La La Land. And major spoilers, like the whole movie's getting spoiled. So if you don't want that, then pause, go watch the movie, and then come back so we can talk about it. Unless, like, you don't care about spoilers. Like, some people love spoilers. My friend Taylor loves spoilers. Like, as we're watching a movie, she has her phone out, like, reading the end. So La La Land's focused around these two characters, Mia and Sebastian. And they both have their respective dreams in life. Mia is an aspiring actress. She moved to LA 5-6 years ago, and this is what she wants to do. She goes to audition after audition, wanting this to happen. Sebastian, or Seb, has the dream of opening up his own jazz club. He's an amazing musician, so good, but for both of them, their careers haven't really taken off. So the movie progresses, and basically they meet, fall in love, and throughout all this, they're still, like, working towards their dreams. Falling more and more in love, they're falling more and more in love with their dreams and pursuing them. And throughout all this, like, a big part of it is they're so supportive of each other's dreams, pushing each other to, like, do the best that they can to make their dreams come true. So eventually Mia writes and stars in her own one-woman play. And then Seb lands a spot in a contemporary jazz band as a keyboard player. Keyboarder? Like, I don't know, like, playing the keyboard. And at this point, it's like, oh my gosh, like, they're so in love, like, it's so sweet, and their dreams are coming true, and, you know, like, they're really working towards it. It really seems like things are looking good for both of them, both, like, in love and in career and dream-wise. On the night of Mia's... I feel like I'm doing a true crime podcast. On the night of Mia's disappearance. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So on the night of Mia's, like, debut for her play, or whatever it's called, like, the night of her play, Seb has a photo shoot for his band, and unfortunately, he misses her play. This leads to a huge fight. Before this, they've already had a couple arguments. They had one big argument about him saying that she should go on tour with him, but she's like, I need to stay here and rehearse for my play. Turns into this big thing. We're starting to get a peek into how the more that they pursue their dreams, the more ripples start to form in their relationship. Like, I'm kind of leaving out, like, a big part where, like, no one really shows up to her play, but it doesn't really matter for the point I'm trying to make. And, like, that is a whole separate thing about, like, don't give up on your dreams. That's not what I want to talk about right now. Like, maybe I'm gonna bring this back for a future episode, because I could talk about this movie. I could make a podcast talking about this movie. Like, literally. Entire podcast on La La Land. They end up having that big fight, kind of gets resolved, and Mia gets a major job. She gets a major role for this movie that shoots in Paris. At the same time, Seb's band is getting more and more recognition, getting more and more famous, more and more fans, touring album, like, they've made it. And so we get to the scene where Seb and Mia are on a park bench in Griffith Observatory? Whatever it is. Anyways, I want to go. They're there talking, and Mia goes, where are we? Questioning, where are they in their relationship? What happens moving forward? And Seb basically says, she's going to go to Paris, make it big, and he's going to stay in LA working on his band eventually opening up his own jazz club. Movie cuts to 5 years later, and that's exactly what happened. Mia is this huge star. She gets recognized at the coffee shop that she literally used to work at the beginning of the movie. Then it gets revealed Mia's in a relationship, and she has a kid. And it's not with Seb. Her and her husband, I'm assuming is her husband, it's like not really said, but like they go out one night and spontaneously they end up at this jazz club. And of course, this jazz club is Sebastian's jazz club. I just have to say this detail. Earlier in the movie, Mia designs like a logo for his future jazz club. He originally like shits on it, is like, what is that? And of course though, a neon sign version of the logo she made is there. And that's when she's like, oh my God, and knows exactly what is about to happen. She's about to see Seb. So Mia and her husband sit down. Seb goes on stage and he sits down at the piano, sees Mia, they make eye contact, and he starts playing their theme song in the movie. A whole montage starts playing of basically what could have been between Sebastian and Mia. You know, like they're happy, they're living together, they have a kid, and it's the cutest montage like ever. Obviously it's not real, never happened. The montage ends. Mia and her husband leave, but right as she's about to leave, she looks back at Sebastian and he looks up at her. They make eye contact and they exchange a smile. Then we get the end. That's that. So a lot of people don't like this ending, and they don't like this ending because they don't end up together. But to me, that's the whole point of it. Like, not only is it realistic, because in all these movies, like the two main characters always end up together, whatever. But in this, they don't. And I think what people aren't like appreciating is the fact that even though they don't end up together, they both get what they wanted more than anything in their lives. Their respective dreams. They both came true. Mia's a famous actress, successfully made it in Hollywood, and Seb opened his own jazz club, which is the thing that he's always wanted to do. There's so many things I could dive into about this, but I think like the most important topics, at least for like what I want to talk about now, is that they both had to realize that they deserved the best. Like they deserved to live their best life. And for them, that was pursuing their dreams wholeheartedly, even if they had to sacrifice their relationship. This isn't going to be true for everyone. Like, not everyone's going to prioritize career or your, you know, like those types of dreams. Like, maybe your dream is to be in a like loving, lasting, fulfilling relationship, in which case you'd have to sacrifice other things. But the point is, like, you'll have to sacrifice things and you'll have to know what deserves your attention, and ultimately that, like, you can do it. Like, you can make your dreams come true, and you deserve to make them come true. I think another big message in this movie is, like, even though Mia and Seb don't end up together, they both were so critical in the process of them achieving their dreams. They were soulmates for a time, you know, for a specific season of their life. They were perfect for each other, and they directly helped each other in achieving their dreams. It's just so sweet, and like, it actually is the movie that made me realize, like, there is so much more out there. Like, there is so much to like love, experience, you know, there's failure, there's ups and downs, whatever. And you deserve to experience it all, and you deserve to view it all in a way that is beneficial to you, using everything to your advantage. I just love it. Also, this was just one example of a movie that really can help change your mindset and ideas surrounding life and the life that you want to live, the priorities that you have in your life, and all that. There's so many other ones. There's so many other good ones. I can't even think of it right now, but find them. Find things that help change your perspective on things. And they can be really motivating and really inspiring. When I say like watching La La Land changed my life, like it changed my life. Keep drilling it in your head that you deserve the best, because you do. And sometimes it's hard to convince yourself of that, but we're only here like for a limited amount of time. So why are we not seeking out the best and making sure that we're prioritizing ourselves in a way that's good for us and not hurtful to other people? You might as well live your best life. That was today's episode of Selfish, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. Again, tomorrow, really excited, birthday episode, so you should go check it out. If you're watching this after September 24th, then obviously it's already posted, so go watch it now. Otherwise, I hope you have the best day. I love you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and the week after that. Okay, I love you. Go be selfish. I'll see you later. My darling, I love you.